My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
So today is November 26, 2023. It is 11:20 p.m. So I just turned on my computer trying to look for some tweets to share with you. So there were some tweets that I saw while I was on vacation. I liked. Maybe I'll discuss some of them. And I'm not gonna take too long going over searching, just letting you know what I'm doing right now. So this is my back end, 3,561 subscribers. New subscribers welcome. My estimate stays the same. All right, so I'm gonna stop this recording right now while I search for some tweets to share with you. Okay, so let's go on Twitter once I come back. Okay, there's a lot going on Twitter. Right now it's 12:32 a.m. I don't remember the time it was when I did the first part, but I'll be putting them together. So I know this changed. This was, I think, 3,561 on my first part. Now it's 62. Okay, I went over this already. So let me share with you what I have. Okay. So I have 7 tweets. These are some tweets but while I was on vacation that I liked, and I went over them. I only picked these 7 tweets. Okay, some of you probably already seen them. What in the name? When I get phone calls early in the morning, it's 12:34. It scared the hell out of me because I never get phone calls like that. It's my husband in the other room. But anyway, so these tweets are tweets during my vacation, and I like them, and I share some of them on my community board already. And these are some tweets regarding Endgame that I came across. I believe some of them might have been during my vacation, and there's some new ones as well. And these are some tweets regarding Harry and Meghan. And I saw some new ones, let's say like this one right now. I didn't put it on the list, so we'll see. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, where's my first one? Let's start with that one, and I need to move it aside so it doesn't keep on popping on my... Okay, let me pause for a second. Okay, so this is the first tweet. I'm gonna go over them really quick because some of these I think some of you have seen it. They'll be screenshot because it's a video. Okay, England Rugby missing their prince. By the way, see how Prince Harry was for England's win. He connected with the players. Okay, when Prince Harry visited the team after that historic win, there's that here. Let's go into, let me read that comment and then go into that. Okay, Harry was born with the innate ability to express joy, love, and happiness unabashedly, but that was not for the royal family way. The clan and tabloid dogs tried to crash the natural and Harry. Then Harry eyes Meghan, and there's a lot of symbols here. I have to try to get what she's saying. Then Harry eye Meghan, and Harry innate ability returned stronger than ever. Okay, so after Harry met Meghan, his ability, his natural ways of doing things came back. So I got her. All right, so let's go into that. Okay, so let's play it. It's 26 seconds. There will be screenshots. There's a music in the background. YouTube might catch it and somewhat, put something on the video. So I might change, maybe put another music on top of it while you're still listening to some of the things that is being said. It's very tricky because I've got flagged before on some of my videos regarding these kind of things. I think with Harry, what happened is that not only was he the patron for the rugby, is it association or the team or whatever it was, okay? He was a fan, okay? He enjoyed the game, and then it's like a kid in a candy stores, pretty much. He enjoyed the game, and he get to mingle with the players, so that was a huge thing for him, I think, in my humble opinion. Okay, pity he's forgotten who he is and doesn't love his country anymore.
New spin on it from the youth. As a prince, you're born at birth with a natural platform.
Pity he's forgotten who he is.
As a prince, you're born at birth with a natural platform to be able to try and make a difference. Yeah, which a lot of people have to spend years and years and years getting to that point. So from that perspective, I'm very lucky to have a platform to be able to try and make change in the causes that mean a lot to me, but also to you guys. And I'm still in your generation, by the way. But at the same time, as I said, being born with a lot of privilege comes with a lot of responsibility. But I like to think that I'm going to have to spend the rest of my life earning the respect for that privilege and trying to make a difference for the rest of my life.
He could have done great things with his privilege. I mean, he's still doing some of this. It's too bad many of these people don't recognize that. That's just too bad, because he continued doing these things.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option. What I want to make clear is we're not walking away, and we certainly aren't walking away from you. Our hope was to continue serving the Queen, the Commonwealth and my military associations, but without public funding. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible. I've accepted this, knowing that it doesn't change who I am or how committed I am. But I hope that helps you understand what it had come to.
But they keep on forgetting that part where Harry wants to differentiate. There's the part here. Right now, in this video, he's working. He's all for that. But when he wants to do his thing, his family thing, his private life, but people don't want to differentiate that.
Chance my arm with a cheeky question. A bit like your mother, you are pursued every minute of every day by lots of people trying to take photographs, videoing, recording what you're saying, pushing. How can you possibly have a private life?
Cheeky question. You're right, that is a cheeky question. But Andrew, to be honest with you, sadly, that line between public and private life is almost non-existent anymore.
Right now, in this video, he's working. He's all for that. But when he wants to do his thing, his family thing, his private life, but people don't want to differentiate that.
Andrew, to be honest with you, sadly, that line between public and private life is almost non-existent anymore, and we will continue to do our best to ensure that there is the line. You know, we are completely aware that we're in a very privileged position, and I will spend the rest of my life, earning that privilege and trying to bring a spotlight onto things and causes that really matter to me, and I hopefully matter to a lot of other people as well. Everyone has a right to their privacy, and a lot of the members of the public get it, but sadly in some areas there is this sort of incessant need to find out every little bit of detail about what goes on behind the scenes. It's unnecessary. I hope that people get to see me here in this Invictus role, cracking on with the guys and mucking in and having a good time with them. And this is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
So he's given enough of himself to the country for that short period of time he's been alive in comparison to his brother and his father, who are older than him. His brother is not that much of an older, but you could see the difference. But he keep on telling them, okay, differentiate the two, private and public. He even brought in someone to help with the charitable work, and she did a wonderful job. But he keep on telling them, leave that private life alone. They even record his freaking room. Can you imagine that? They record his private room. Some of you might remember that. I think I don't remember if he rented a place to just get away with Meghan and all of that. And then they went and record his private room. How freaking nasty is this? You guys still don't understand that. You refuse to understand that. Imagine this person who write this thing and those 67 people who liked it. While you're in the middle of doing things, let's say with your wife or girlfriend, enjoying the thing with your kids, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, someone point a camera at you and then publish it. Imagine if it was a compromised position. How would you like that? This is the thing that these people refuse to understand. Right now, Harry's in the locker room with the players. He's enjoying. Hey, record him. Do whatever. Look how he's all over the guys, hugging and cheering. They're calling him and all of that. He's all for it. But that freaking aspect of his wife, his children, don't get involved in that. But you guys refuse to do that. But yet you're saying his privilege. He's still doing that. He understands his privilege. It's not like he backed away from it. There's a video where he's telling those young activists, those young people that are still in his age group. He's telling them, look, I understand my privilege and I want to use my privilege for good, to shed light on some of the things that you guys are doing that are excellent, but you just don't have the platform. He is doing these things, but these people refuse. Okay, great video clip. I'll go into that because that's 45 comment. I didn't plan on staying too long on that, but that comment got me. Okay, great video clip. Prince Harry is a people's prince, not an institution prince. He clearly connected with you boys on a real man-to-man level. What a loss, best royal patron for you guys. Never mind. Okay, there he is here. Okay, he's the best supportive royal rugby sportsman, Prince Harry. Okay, so there's a video here. Let me pause it. Harry was the best royal patron England rugby ever had. He has his mother's touch and very supportive. You must really miss him. There's that. That must be the t-shirt with the 15 players' autographs that Prince Harry is holding in his hand. Yes, they signed it with a pen. So 29 seconds here. That's, I believe that's in the US. Late night, yep, that's in the US. After this, I'll go to that previous comment.
Have you ever asked someone for their autograph?
Yes.
May I ask who?
The England rugby team in 2003 in the Tulsa Stadium at the World Cup final.
Did you get it?
After a few drinks, wearing an England rugby top, I was walking around going, Johnny, Mike, Lawrence, come on, sign my shirt. And they were all there standing there naked with their willies hanging out. But I got all 15 signatures. I was very happy with that.
They signed it with pens, yes? Have you ever asked someone for their autograph?
I never seen this. It's like their willies hanging out. All right, let me read this. I never seen this part here. It's a pity England rugby does not get to have a say on who your patron is. Prince Harry did a wonderful job of exposing rugby to the world and could have helped create a Premier League for rugby. Okay, those hugs. You miss him and you're all right. He was a perfect patron. I'm sorry that because of the palace's pettiness, your new patron is that lazy woman. All right, so let me go into that. Let's see what some people are saying. Okay, he wanted to, but Charles and William said no. Put the blame where it belongs. Pity his country and family were racist to his wife and son. There it is. Oh dear, you sound personally affected by the need for Prince Harry to escape the poison polluting the UK. Were you one of the people loving your country at the cenotaph on Remembrance Day? There's the rolling eye. Too bad his country abandoned him, shun his wife, call his son a monkey, and denigrate his newborn daughter just because he married a woman he loved. He is still doing great for the world with his privilege. Okay, so that's the thing that I was saying. Invictus game, end of. He has moved on without your little salty opinion. Perhaps if you had treated him and his family better, they will still be there, but it is what it is. He's moved on without any of you. Don't worry, dude, you still have Tampon King, weighty side piece, and the ball air to keep you happy. All right, so there's more comment. What is it? I thought I saw 45. I'm not gonna go through all of them. All right, so like some of the things that I was saying before I went into the comments. All right, next tweet. That took me 11 minutes, and I have some parts before. Maybe this might be 2 videos. Okay, so I responded to that. What is that? Oh, wait a second. I have it twice, so let me fix this. Let me pause. Okay, I had the other tweet 2 places, so I removed it. So, all right, so this is the next tweet. I bookmark my response to this. Let me read my response. Imagine if the Sussexes were there, both would be chatting independently with the guests, then the audacity of this bunch would be hating on the Sussexes. Why? Because the Sussexes will have good coverage. When giving a chance for them to do the same, they fumble. Statesman moment. Okay? So here, I believe I put this on my community board as a screenshot. As you can see, it's only 4 seconds, but it's a video. There's Kate here, William, and Ford Fiesta. They're chatting, and it seems like there's other people. There's a guy right here, look like an Asian person. Could have been during when South Korea came to visit. Look at this. The guy is standing there, looking to speak. Okay, looking to speak with them. And there's that woman here, Kate, standing, staring, don't even start a conversation. And these two, okay, whatever conversation they're having right now, they could easily have it anytime that they want, because they're all family. They could happen, I assume, make appointment with themselves to talk whatever it is that they're talking. But these people who travels millions of miles to join them, or maybe thousands of miles, I don't know how far, okay, to come and be with these guys, look at them. And who is this guy here? Is it a secretary or some sort of I don't know, security person? This is so freaking embarrassing. All right, so let's go into that. That was my comment here, where I was saying that if Harry and Meghan were there, they would create some sort of a conversation. Harry and Meghan will not be speaking with each other unless while Harry and Meghan are talking independently with the guests, and then some sort of a conversation happen where maybe Harry's good at or know of, okay, or vice versa, and then Harry or Meghan will bring the other one, their respective partner, to come and join in the conversation. Alright, so let's read this. Now I'm done with mine. Actually, there's a response to mine. Okay, the way Prince William purposefully ignore her and fails to interact with her at social event is, there's that here. The worst was at the Jordanian royal wedding. I will feel sorry for her, but she made her bed. Okay, he's still trashed. But the thing is that the guests, okay, forget if he's not talking to her, but the guests, he doesn't have to speak with her right now. Okay, because there are other guests. He could speak with another guest. Ford Fiesta could speak with another guest, because these people travel to be there. Okay, so them circling among themselves, it's not fair to the other guests. That's the way that I see it. And then look, I'm gonna play the video. She's gonna elbow him. Let me move it back. Oops. What the hell? Okay. Watch. She's gonna elbow him. There's a music. So, yeah, right there. Just near the end. She's gonna elbow him. Look at it. I mean, they all don't have any social skills. Social skill. That's what it is. Okay, he's the worst. I cannot see this comment. Worst girl, mirror, look at it. So who's that? Worst. Okay, I don't know. Alright, so that's my comment here. Someone responded. Okay, the International Statesman at that. Oh, let me see here. Yeah, that's where I was saying this is where he could have been the statesman that he's looking for. Alright, exactly. I was running out of character to write more. I didn't want to write a thread. You hit the nail on the head. You got me. There's that. Okay. Opportunity to be a statement is missed. Talk to your guests and entertain them at least. Oh, well. Alright. While I don't feel celebrating their cruelty and disrespect toward her, I am struggling with the feeling sorry for her because of the hate against Meghan that she helped to unleash. I just can't bring myself to feeling sorry for her. Me, I have nothing. There's no feeling here. I don't feel sorry or I don't feel like they should mistreating her. Nothing. There's nothing there. But the only thing is that what I've said. Based on that clip that I just, it's only 4 seconds. There's probably much more going around. But based on that, you see them chatting among themselves and then she's just standing there. And then there's that Asian guy, okay? The other guy standing there. You could see he's looking to talk to them. There he is there looking to talk to them. What is she saying? Did she say anything? If this clip is not sharing enough, is not showing enough, my bad. Okay? So she should be talking to him. Oh, I don't know. To that Asian guy. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, so like I said, I don't feel sorry. There's no feeling here. No feeling from good or bad or anything. The only thing is that is to talk to the guests. That's all. Next tweet. This is a royal grifter, not Meghan, not Harry, their deal or Invictus, but King Charles, the grifter. The story is blowing up here in the States. People are disgusted. Alright, so there's all the hashtag from New York Post. Isn't New York Post is owned by Murdoch? I think so. New York Post, I'll put a screenshot. I think it's owned by Murdoch. I mean, Murdoch he's there for the money. Okay, the Murdoch family is there for the money. They might be laughing at them with the royal family, having dinner and all that. They don't give a shit about them. The only thing that they care about is making money. Alright, let's see here. King Charles secretly profits off assets of dead Brits using medieval laws, scathing report finds. I mean, this is old news. I've known this. I've shared this in some old videos. Maybe not on this channel. Have I? Probably on the part where there's a video I had about the Queen, those laws that the Queen had to cater to her or something like that, to bypass certain laws, maybe within that video on this channel. But on PYTE, I spoke about it. This is old news. It's not new. So in other words, when was that? November 25th, like 2 days ago, 2023. So now maybe people in the US who probably were not aware of this, now they're starting to let the people in the US what's going on. Alright, he's dealing with the Bin Laden family, are disgusting to American as well. Very. Okay, this is absolutely revolting. I'm sure this is only one of many revolting things about the family. Alright, so there's me here. I mean, if it's working for them. Okay, so I'm responding to that. Profiting off of dead Brits using medieval laws. Okay, so this is what I'm responding to about an hour ago. Alright, so there's this here. I mean, if it's working for him, well, I didn't want to click on it. If it's working for him, well, why would he want to change anything if the people, the peasants, don't say a damn thing? No taxpayers say a damn thing. Why not? I will do the same exact thing. Okay, I will do the same exact thing. I will shut my mouth until peasants say something. Then I'll try to be reasonable with them. I mean, think about it. The people are fine. They're not arguing. They're not bringing things to their MPs, or at least elect MPs who will do something about that. Nobody's saying anything. So why would he want to change it? Just think about this. The money are coming in. The people who should be doing something about it, who should be revolting against it, they're not saying anything. So why will he change a thing? Like Princess Anne said, okay, you know what you're getting. Okay, he's not gonna change for you. So I don't know. Okay, like a Republicans, they always accuse the others of that which they are actively engaged in, disgusting family and their evil ways. Good. I hope everyone everywhere learn just how immoral they are. Good. It needs to be seen far and wide. All right. So the next thing is a ad. So let's move on. All right. Next tweet. There's that here. Okay, I've always thought the press not so secretly hates Prince William and often includes shade in their reporting. And I wonder how much of the incandescent with rage stories were warnings. Alright, so this is Henry VIII. She's always bringing good conversation here. Alright, the press is waiting for the day to talk about him. I mean, they've told us so many things about them. They told us that the royal family are the one who's leaking to the press in so many different ways. So they're not hiding anything. It's just that people refuse to, refuse to see things for the way they are. The royal family, when they open their mouth, they distance themselves far, far away from the tea that's going on at the tabloid. But technically, it's them.
The press and the media. And as they say at the start of episode 1, they say so many books and shows and stories have been written about us. We wanted to have our own say. And remember, the purpose of the PR office at the royal family is to keep the royals in the press all the time. So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
Much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family.
So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
You heard from anyone in the palace thanking you for the, serious defense of them?
I've had some messages communicated to me on behalf of several members of the royal family.
Upper level
I'm very grateful that... Well, I'm not going to go into who it was, but what I would say is gratitude that somebody was standing up for them.
Harry told us.
I'm acutely aware of where my family stand and how scared they are of the tabloids turning on them.
Turning on them for what? They're the royal family.
Yes, but it's there is this invisible, what's termed or referred to as the invisible contract behind closed doors. Between the institution and the tabloids, UK tabloids.
How so?
Well, it is to simplify. It's a case of if you as a family member are willing to wine, dine, and give full access to these reporters, then you will get better press.
What do you care about better press if you're royal?
I think everyone needs to have some compassion for them in that situation, right? There is a level of control by fear that has existed for generations. I mean, generation
but who's
after
controlling?
Generation.
Martin Brenning told us, okay, and who else? That other royal reporter who was saying when she was working at the palace, it's a fact that the PR office was to pretty much pop up the royal family. They're telling them what to say. Okay, so it's not a secret.
This is how it was covered for her. This is how it was covered for her. If you don't see the difference and understand why it's being reported that way, then I can't help you. I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Everyone tires of a bully, but it's hard to speak up when that bully pays your bills. That's another thing. Always pay attention when a qualifier like incandescent is used to describe an emotion. And the other thing as well, while I was on vacation, I saw a video. I think it was from Midas Touch, and this reporter was talking about why she left. What is it? Is it St. Clair? St. Clair. It's a network or something like that. So go on my community board. Go check it out. So this is almost the same thing. When you there's that thing I was just talking about. I posted on my community board. Okay, so people need to. It depends on how they want their future to be and their children's future to be, because those network, the royal family, they're using you okay, while they could still stay in their position. The reporters are pretty much, even though now you're paying your bills, but in the long run, you're gonna make your kids, your great grandkids, going through trash for those royal family. Okay, so you have to, certain generation, that's what it is. Certain generation needs to take a step back. Okay, need to take a step back, do the fight so that children could be better. And at the same time, while you're doing the fighting, you need to tell your children what you are doing, why you do certain things. That way, when they have the privilege, they could understand. Because right now, what we all are facing right now is the failure of our parents. As much as our great-grandparents did the fighting, okay, maybe, I believe they did tell their children, which will be my mother kind of generation, okay, they did tell my mother's generation that why they were fighting for, so my mother's generation could have a better life. But what happened with my generation right now, my mother's generation did not do any fight. They just sit there and enjoy the fruit of their parents, my grandparents' labor, their fighting, their all of this. And then now, what happened now, my generation, okay, is in that struggle right now. So what we are doing right now, because the elites, okay, are trying to grab everything now to put us way back again. So my generation, my channel is taking a beating. I showed you at every beginning of my videos. You know, I have a video every day, but I'm stuck in 200. So they could do whatever they want with the channel or whatever. I've already told you, if they shut me down, I'll be on Patreon. Okay, it took me 2 years to get Patreon started because I didn't want people to feel like to see the content they have to pay to see me, because I wanted everything to be free and just let whatever money I made off of YouTube to be it. But I don't know. I don't think I'm saying anything wrong. Many of you sometimes don't agree with some of the things that I'm saying. But reality is reality. We share opinion. We discuss opinions. We agree. We disagree. But once I see the haters, I put them in their place. Okay? But the thing is that, to get back to this, we need to take a step back. Like this reporter here. Why I left St. Clair? Well, what you need to know. Okay, so she saw something. She went to school to do journalism and she wanted to tackle some real issues. And then when she realized they did not want her to speak about it. Okay, and then later on something happened where she based on the things that she was telling her boss she should do a report on, and her boss told her no. And then months later, if she had done the reporting, she could have warned some people. And is it Virginia or something like that? All right. So she left. That hurt her core values. So she left. So all of this, the people who's sitting on top, they already made it. Like I've said in this here. All right. Those people who own those newspapers, who own those channels or the networks or whatever, it's an investment for them. They do not know every little thing that works, how it works in their business. Okay, they know how to count money. That's all they know. And then they hire people to do the things that they do not know. The only people who will know how every aspect on that business will work is if they started from ground up, from nothing to something. Like for instance on PYTE, and I spoke about Ted Turner, who started CNN. Okay, he had a vision. He did what he needed to do to make CNN what it is, and then he got old and he sold it. So Ted Turner if he was young and still energetic or whatever, he still had the passion, he could run every little bits and pieces of the things of CNN, okay, of his station. And maybe the only thing he probably, reporting on something, if you feel confident of what you're saying, maybe he could do the reporting as well. But the thing is that he can be everywhere. Okay, but the things to make us me to see CNN, we probably will be able to do that, because he started from nothing to what it is now, and then he sold it and it become, okay, you have those power hungry people telling lies and all of that. Okay, it is an investment. Whoever owns CNN right now is just an investment for them. Okay, they need people like her to make CNN work. But if people don't have core values and say, no, I don't care how much money you're giving me, I'm not gonna lie to the people. Like some of the people who die, if she had warned them, maybe her conscience is hurting her because she didn't do the reporting that could have warned some of the people. So this is the thing that's happening here. I don't know if I'm making sense. So certain generation need to take a back seat, do the fighting, and then as you're doing the fighting, tell your kids. Tell your kids what you are doing, why you fighting. That way they understand. Because if you just hand it to them, they're just gonna sit there and enjoy it. They will not know the meaning, the value of your hard work, the privilege of freedom. For freedom is not free. You have to fight for it. Okay, like I've said, 2020 election put a halt on the nonsense that was going on. They were waiting for the United States. You're seeing it here. This is not the first time I'm saying it. This is not the first time I'm saying this. They were waiting for the US because you have the world is pretty much on the same page. Look what's going on in the Middle East and all of that. They knew what they were going to do. So they want everybody to turn a blind eye and then just take the abuse. But the United States is fighting. Every little people, with different views, different understanding of things, or shedding light to the nonsense that is going on so people could vote the right way. Like I've said at the beginning, go to PYTE. Some of the things that I'm saying here, it's not like I have a freaking crystal ball in my hand. I've said this over and over again. If it wasn't for African American, Hispanics, Native American, we will be doomed. Okay, the United States would have been gone. But little at a time, it took many people, white people in particular, a lot of persuasion to see what's going on. To see they were voting against their best interests. They were willing, unknowingly, due to lies and hate because of their nonsense that they put on them, their conscious, okay, whether they're aware of it or not, okay, about black people. And then they use racism to get them vote against their best interests. And now, little at a time, you see more people are talking. This is what I'm saying. My channel is a freaking investment. It is an investment. Okay, YouTube knows it. It's an investment for me. And then they think because they prevent me from making the money that should be making, I'm pretty sure they're not even spreading the videos enough. They're removing some people, and some people are subscribing. Maybe all subscribers, probably there's some people who didn't see some of my videos. Okay, because they're not getting the warning that I have a video. And I told you, look at this. I went on vacation. I made sure I had enough videos for you guys. Where is it? For you guys to see. Look at this. Now it's 62. I think, right? 61 and then 62. I have enough videos until December 4th. Okay, I create something every day. All right. Sometimes I do one recording and then I split it into several sections and then schedule them a different time. So at least you have something to watch. Okay. But meanwhile, YouTube said, nope, you're not going anywhere. Okay. On PYTE, I was getting close to 800 once I started getting, once I went to the monetization program. But on this channel, for some reason, now that they see it, nope. Now, I don't even know how much they put on my account while I was gone. But anyway, so that's the thing here. the point here is generation needs to continue to be vigilant, because the evildoers, evil is waiting for, evil is always lurking. They're waiting when you're not paying attention to take full advantage. Okay, the Tories in the UK, the GOPs in the United States, and then the other thing with the US. Okay, now that they have poisoned, okay, the GOP, there were some good, decent human beings in the GOP. Okay, but the thing is that they hijack it, because that group were some sort of, I don't know, the racism. But many of them saw it the minute they saw the evilness was present itself. But the GOP hijacked it. The evil doers hijacked GOP, the Republican Party, and turned it into that. All right, so that's that. Let's move on. I went on. Oh my God, it's 34 minutes. I'm on the first few part. I'm not even on the Omid Scobie thing. All right, let's move on. Okay, we need to keep on fighting. Like in the 2020 election, I told you, I thought the UK had it. There was an election that happened after the 2020 election in the United States that happened in the UK. I was really, looking into the politics in the UK and all of that. I truly thought the UK had this, because everything was playing on full sight to everybody. Okay, it's not like they were hiding it. They were telling the UK everything. I thought they had it. When I saw the result, I was shocked. This is where I was like, I thought the UK was smarter than that. And then later on, what was I reporting later on? People can pay their bills.
Look at the fact that just on energy alone, on a conservative estimate within 1 year, we're talking £1,300 a year going up in bills. We're going to have about 10 million people in fuel poverty. We have a real absolute, not relative, poverty issue going to come in the UK, with food banks oversubscribed, with debt crisis agencies do not have any tools. And I need to say, with the Chancellor coming on in a moment, if you forgive me, as the money-saving expert who's been known for this, I am virtually out of tools to help people now.
Kids can don't have food to money for school lunch.
10 to 15 children a shift every day, every single day, and I'm saying you can't have that. There's no money, and it's breaking my heart. You see them, they're in a queue full of all their peers and other school children, and it's humiliating for them. It's so humiliating. They just look at you like, well, what am I going to eat? And it's like, I can't give you anything.
All sort of things. People who's been following me should know. Alright, so that was the sequence of things. So now it's up to the UK. I don't know if they're gonna see it, so I don't have any hope if they will see it. Like I was saying in the one of the tweets that I've already shared, is that Charles is taking money from dead people, whatever. And I'm like, if I was him, I'll do the same thing. If the law is there, the people knows it's there, the taxpayer knows the law is there, nobody's saying anything. He's not hiding it. It's there. Okay, things get old. Laws should change if it doesn't fit with the time. So nobody is saying anything. So what Charles had to do? Just put yourself in his shoes. It's not like I'm applauding what's happening, but just think about it. It's not a secret. It is not a secret. He's not hiding it. It's there. People should speak up. Look at how the US is fighting. We see something wrong. Look at Trump is, as much it is scary in the United States right now with what's going on with Trump, in a way, some of the things that he's doing, I'm glad he's doing it. Why? It puts people into notice. The Constitution is being questioned left and right. So that way, if we tackle it now, well-minded people are fighting to preserve what we have now, and Trump is attacking it and questioning it. Things are going to court. guess what? It is a good thing. Question it and hold on to it. If we failed it, then I don't know. Okay, so some of the things, some of the loophole. Okay, Trump is acting as if he is stupid, but he's a very smart man. Okay, he's questioning the Constitution to benefit him. So if the people like myself want to preserve what we have here, we have to fight. And this is what I was telling you guys. As much there's a video I'm gonna put later on. It's gonna have to be by itself, and I'm not gonna monetize it, just to show you. Okay, a young maybe a 5-year-old whose father who passed away, and the father is cradling her before they wrap her. I'm gonna put this later on because it's not that graphic. All right, to show you what's going on in the Middle East. Okay, kids are dying. As much it is heartbreaking with what's going on. But the thing that I keep on saying, there's a plane in the US that's going down. But if we don't put a mask on ourselves first, how are we gonna, help the others? Okay, because evil is happening worldwide. We cannot be everywhere. The US cannot be everywhere. And then the US used to be that way to protect other countries. But the GOP saw an opportunity to tap into it. And they reversed that. They took full advantage. Now, if American goes places, we're not that safe. Because the GOP had weaponized some of the things that we had good going for us. All right, so we need to reverse that, fix it. We have to recognize there is a problem. All the military people is telling the United States Congress, we don't need any more weapons. Okay, the military is telling the US that. The elected officials, we do not need any more weapons. But those people who are sitting in Congress, because they benefit from it, they have things going on, special interests in different parts of the world, they refuse to listen to the military. So every American needs to get that. Vote for people who will put a stop to weaponize our government system. Okay, so the GOP, the business people, they see a way to benefit from it, and they're using it against us, and then we become the bad guy because we're voting for these people. So when I said the US is going, the plane of the United States is going down, we need to put our mask first. This is what I'm saying. Okay, it's playing out for all of us to see here. All right. Let's leave that alone. Let's move on to this. I'm sorry, I went on again. All right, I think British media does this to get Prince William globally mocked. Okay, Prince William named sexiest ballman of 2023 according to study. I think I shared this on my community board before. I think the reason I post this is because the previous one was saying how the press secretly don't like the institution, and I'm saying they're there for the money only. And this is the same thing here. This guy wants to feel good. Okay, you want to feel good? We'll put it there. People have eyes, to see. All right, if he fits his ego, that's for him, but everybody else is laughing at him. All right, if you're saying you're the sexiest, you could say I'm sexy, ballman, but he said the sexiest. Like there's no one else in who's sexy than him. All right, so that's that. There's this here. They hate both of them at this point. That's my conclusion as well. It's in a study. I guess they are no longer sending survey but commissioning whole studies about bald, thin, and angry men with sunken cheeks with large yellow teeth. He also has, I have dandruff and my little remaining hair looks. Okay, so there's that. Me too. So does Shimmer. All right, so that's that. I don't want to spend time on this. Next to it. When it comes to look, I guess they just want, I don't know. Like I said, it's in the eyes of beholders. I'm 42 minutes here. I think for the end game, I'm gonna start a new video on this. So I'm gonna stop this video, do a prayer, prayer for the world, okay? And then I'll start the next video with the omid thing. I spent too much time on it. All right, prayer. Oops. Prayer for the world. I don't know. Let's see what pops up. Okay. Help this world to know what is wrong and what is right. Provide peace and hope to those who are suffering from injustice. Show them that you are there and you care for them and that you will make all things right. God, I pray for a wonderful of love and compassion. All right. So I think this is pretty good. All right. So this is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. For my vacation, I'll be putting whatever I feel I could share with you on Patreon. Okay? So this is why I said, go on Patreon. There are things that I want to share with you. I do not want to put on YouTube. And you get to see it. All right? So that's it. Thank you for your support.
You know, Prince Harry's got 3 pieces of litigation going on against the Mail, against the Murdoch Company, and today his case against the Daily Mirror starts. The significance of Harry is twofold. A, he's got enough money that he is saying, I don't care what you offer me, I don't care how much it costs if I lose, I'm going to have a hearing. Do you know there's more than, well, there's nearly 2,000 phone hacking cases have been silenced, where the people suing have been paid off before they could get to court. The risks of going on were just too terrifying financially. Okay, so we are moving towards an evidentiary hearing. The other point of Harry is, if, as is expected, he turns up to give evidence, the newspapers who would like to ignore this story can't do that. They're going to have to cover it. It's beautiful. But what isn't going to happen is that you're going to see structural reform of newspapers in this country so that they start telling the truth instead of dealing in falsehood and distortion. If we had succeeded, we would have that. This country would still be in the European Union if we'd achieved that. But you still have newspapers who abuse their power and using falsehood, distortion, and spite damage this country over and over again.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
Go,
are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.